Okay, so now you're living in New York and Max B's your boyfriend. How's the relationship?
Um, it was pretty tumultuous, I would say. Um, it was like a lot of it was just crazy, like a lot of fighting. Sometimes it was fun. Um, you know, it was, just crazy, like a lot of partying. Um, just new things that I was not used to. I was introduced to a lot of things, that I wasn't used to being around. It's a lot of it was fun, and a lot of it, you know, it was hard. Some parts of it was hard, but it was very different from the life that I was used to living.
Well, when you get to New York, you start to dance at Sin City in the Bronx.
Right.
Okay, so you're dancing, but you're involved with Max. Now, when you say he introduced you to a bunch of new things, what do you mean? Like drugs or something else?
Um, well, yes, he introduced me to ecstasy. Like I never took ecstasy before, and then he introduced me to like a whole lifestyle of like just crazy sex, like a sexual lifestyle. Um, that was just, I don't know, it was just unconventional, I may say. One might say.
Okay, what was the most unconventional thing that,
I mean, it was like sex with, people that we didn't know. Um, like orgies, like more than one sex. I want to say like menage a trois with females we didn't know. I didn't know. Maybe he knew them. I didn't know who they were. Um, I guess like random types of sex that sex with different people. Um, and I want to say probably prostitution. He introduced me to that.
meaning that you were prostituting?
Um, I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say I wasn't prostituting, but he had like I wasn't doing it on the regular, but he did like he had set he sold me to two people before. It wasn't like something that I did on my own or anything like that. So, you know, I did it. He set it up and I did it, and it happened like two times, and that it is prostitution technically, and it like, you know, it bothers me a lot, thinking about it and reflecting on it. But yeah, he introduced me to that, which is something that I never normally done and I don't normally do.
Well, Max has a stepbrother
Yes.
named Pooh Sims.
Yes.
Now, leading up to the incident, how many times did you actually meet Pooh Sims?
I would say I met Pooh maybe like 3 times, maybe like 2 to 3 times before that. We never spoke. He was like a scary guy to me. Um, the first time I met him, he got in my car and in the back of my car and like dropped ashes in my seat. And, he didn't say hi to me or anything. He just dropped ashes in my seat, got out the car. Like he was introduced to me and, didn't say anything back. So I don't know. I thought he seemed like a pretty cool guy.
Okay, so you met him a couple of times, but the two of you have never formed any sort of relationship.
No, we never even spoke. Like, we never spoke.
Okay, so here you are involved with Max B, and him and Jim Jones working on music together, and the song Ballin comes out.
Okay.
And it becomes the biggest song really out of Dipset, essentially. Were you with him when that song dropped?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Max allegedly wrote that song for Jim.
Yes. He did.
Okay. So Jim has this song written by Max. The song blows up, biggest song in Jim's career. And was there some friction that formed between Jim and Max? Because allegedly the paperwork was a little weird when it comes to that song.
Yeah, they always like had a little like tension between each other. And I believe it was because it started before that song, but it probably was because of like you know, the way they were getting paid, like the way he was getting paid out or whatever. He was getting paid to like little to nothing, you know. So yeah, that's accurate, pretty accurate.